One less can of hard seltzer in this world. I'm proud of myself. So this is what everybody really looks like when they take their mask off after guns, beer, and therapy. Hey there, Hillbilly Nation. This is American Hillbilly. Man, I'm so glad to see y'all out there tonight. We have a rock and rolling side chat out there. Welcome, everybody. Man, what a night we have planned for you guys. Saturday night, we're just ready to have a great time, honestly. So I hope you guys are ready for a great show. We have an awesome panel back there in the green room. Yeah, my wife made some chili enchiladas, or chicken enchiladas. Sorry about that, chicken enchiladas. So anyway, we've been scarfing them down, and anyway, we're ready for a show tonight. And so, first of all, I want to bring up co-host here, Bubba, Tricops Ballistics. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing pretty good, but I gotta tell you, you make fun of my face. The ladies love my face. All right, the ladies love my beak. Okay.
Oh, maybe I'll put your mask back on for the rest of the show.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Let me go get it.
Well, oh boy. Well, up next we have P.O. Walter. How you doing tonight,
Hey,
Walter?
folks. Hey, I'm doing well tonight. I'm happy to be here. Thanks so much for the invitation. It's always a fun thing for me to do on Saturday night and get in here and interact with you guys in here, and as well as the folks over here in the side chat. It was really good. Those enchiladas were fine, but there was no red sauce, man. I don't know what's up with that. It's, gosh dang.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were good. I don't know. I still got some juice running down my cheek. Okay.
I thought red sauce, but Hillbilly wouldn't let me take it. He said something about possum tail surprise is not a good sauce.
Oh yeah. Well. Anyway, yeah. Hey, glad to be here, man. It's going to be fun tonight. We got a good show lined up, I think.
Oh yeah, we do. Thank you so much. And up next we have DJ Play Nice. How you doing tonight, DJ?
I'm doing well, and I'm even better because I'm on the panel. I was away for a week or so, and it's good to be back. It's definitely good to be back. Looking forward to the good times.
Good to have you back, buddy. Yeah, man. Well, thank you so much for being on here tonight. We appreciate you. And up next, we have Garage Guy 879. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing really well. It's been a busy weekend, and it's always good to be on this panel with you gentlemen. Mike, thanks for the link. And I want to send a shout out to everybody in side chat. Look like it's popping already.
Yeah, you betcha. Man, just having a great time out here already on the side chat. Those guys have been just getting with it. And yeah, I see who was it say, yeah, first 10 minutes there was no hillbilly. Yep. Yeah, I'd pretty much just start this at 10 minutes after. That way it gives everybody a chance to get signed on here and get to visit some before the show starts. So anyway, I appreciate you all very much out there. And thanks a lot, Garage Guy, for being on here tonight. Up next, we have another Mark. This is Mark Thomas. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Outstanding. Great to be here. I was bumming last weekend. My internet was down. My cable was out. I didn't have any connection. I was just disappointed. I couldn't hang out with my friends. So it is wonderful to be here this weekend, man. Great to be here.
Definitely.
Thanks.
I'm missing you, buddy. So glad that you got that all fixed, or they got it all fixed, I assume. So glad to have you back on tonight, Mark.
It's great to be here.
And
thank you.
Up next, we have the Gizzard himself, Mr. Gizzard Gary. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Man, I'm doing pretty fine, thank you. Thanks for having me. Beautiful day here here in the Central Plains. Spent it with my daughter and my son-in-law, and we did a little bit of eating too much. Went and walked around, saw some nature a little bit. Just had a good old day. So thanks for having me in.
Man, so glad you can make it, buddy. Always happy to have you. All of you guys, man. We just, great bunch of people in the panel and on the side chat, man. The side chat, I just want to thank you guys, each and every one of them, man. You guys just bring so much to this show, and I'm very thankful for each and every one of you. So, anyway, let's get started here. I got some topics for us tonight, and side chat. Make sure you guys jump in on this because we're wanting to hear like your point of view also. And if you're kind of new to the show or watching the rewind, as the show goes on, it's really hard to shout out the side chat and everybody, all their comments and welcome them in and everything. And we just appreciate them so much. And so I try very hard to highlight all the comments on the side chat. And so, we just thank you so much. And Michael Dunn just threw 5 free memberships out there, guys. Click on that. If you don't have a membership yet, click on that and get a membership. Thank you very much, Michael Dunn. That is awesome, bro. I mean, that's wonderful, buddy. I mean, you really bless this channel and memberships. Like you have put a lot of people paid for a lot of people's first months in here. So, thank you so much for that. And again, let's keep Michael Dunn also on his prayers a little bit. He had trouble with solid foods, getting stuck and not going down all the way. And he's been to the doctor and all that stuff. So kind of from my understanding, like, man, about everything he's been having to eat's been like out of a blender type, something like that. And that's got to be rough, So anyway, just make sure that you, pray for the guy. I mean, that's got to be rough. It honestly is. Oh man. I wouldn't want to be eating my dinners and breakfast and everything all messed up like that. I mean, it's got to be rough. So, I mean, it just honestly is. And, oh my goodness, look here. So, Tactical Fud did the same thing, guys. Grab those memberships. If you're in here, just click on it and get those memberships. Okay, because there's a deal in the YouTube deal that you can toggle the switch, and if free memberships come available, then they just kind of put you in line. So when these things pop up, click on it as quick as you can, and you can accept that membership. So anyway, I just want to thank Michael Dunn and Tactical Fud both for doing that. That's
very nice
of you guys. Let's see, I'm lagging here a little bit. Hang on a second. Okay, there it goes. Okay. But so anyway, the first topic, well, let's get this going here first. Everybody wants to win something, and we always have a giveaway here. Yeah, you can call it like a door prize or whatever. But anyway, start getting your hashtags in, hashtag HBN44, so you can be in tonight's giveaway. And not only that, pardon?
It's been 44 already. Dang.
Yeah.
You've been at this a while.
Believe that or not. Yeah, I can't believe didn't make it, or that they've let us on this much. I mean, that's it's kind of a
especially with me on here, man. I figured that like everybody would have rage quit by now. My gosh.
But yeah, make sure you do that. And there they are. They're coming in, and the computer's picking them up. That's awesome. So I wouldn't mind blank. Oh, also, we are going to also be giving away monthly giveaway for the month of September. So I try to do it around the middle of the following month because that gives me a time to get everybody's names written down, and everything. And so I do give away for the channel. It's real easy to get into. So like on any of my videos, you just comment. You have to be a member, but if you're, as long as you're a member, subscriber, not a member, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. As long as you're a subscriber of the channel, then you can enter in this, and you just got to type in "I want to win" on any of my videos, and that when they do that, comments come up, I write your name down, and then I take all those names and I put them on a wheel, and once a month we spin that wheel and select a member or a person from there to win that gift. So anyway, thank you guys so much, man. This is awesome. I'm so excited about tonight. We got some good stuff here. We're going to start out with something that some of you guys already might know about. I say guys, I mean guys and gals. So, forgive me for that. So some of you guys may have already heard this, but this is what we're going to talk about. So one of our biggest ammo suppliers here in the United States, they sold the company for a lot of acorns. I mean, a lot of acorns. And the company that bought this evidently is a person that lives overseas in a different country. So, without getting, into politics or whatever, is this something we should be concerned about? When something's this big, most usually like this happened years ago with started out like Southwestern Bell or whatever, the telephone company. And once you get so big, the government they say that you have a monopoly, in the business. So they stop that. They keep people, companies or individuals from owning everything in that field. That way, there is fair, competitive competition, and they can have to maybe stay within certain price range. Otherwise, if you're the only one that sold, for hot dogs or whatever, you can just ask whatever you want for your hot dog. You say, I want $100 for my hot dog, and people wouldn't. They'd have to give you that $100 if they wanted a hot dog, And I know it's kind of a silly deal, but that's what, they did to keep companies from, having the most of a certain business that people here in the United States buy. So anyway, Gary, let's jump down to you, buddy. I know you talked a little bit about this on your show. So we'll just start with you and go back up around the room.
You want to know what I think about it? I mean,
yeah, like your own personal, opinions or whatever. I mean, that's just.
Well, I came into this news just about like everybody else did. I heard it on, I think it was on Guns and Gadgets or something like that. He was talking about it on one of his videos. From what I've been able to read in the news, Vista Outdoors said that they were losing money. It was costing, they were losing quite a bit of money on this ammunition stuff, is why they sold it off, because they were just now, whether it was mismanagement, whether that was just not factual. I mean, I don't know. From a financial standpoint, if you misreport your financials, that's a crime. So, yeah. But be that where it may, I have read some interviews that said maybe it's a good thing because maybe this new company can manage it a little bit better. So I don't know what to think right now. I don't know a whole lot about the Czechoslovak group. They're really not part of the CZ gun company at all. Just happens to be a similar name, but and same company, same country, and all that stuff. But the jury's out as to whether this is a bad thing or good thing. Yeah, it's foreign ownership, but that's almost a reality of life nowadays. It's not, of course, ideal. I'd like to see all the ammo here in America owned by Americans, but whether our companies can compete in the world market or not, I don't know. Time will tell on this one.
Yeah, and as we go around the room too, remember, kind of the same thing happened with Budweiser.
Yeah.
Back I don't know how many years ago that was. It wasn't too far off.
Well, we see what happened.
Foreign
there.
company bought Budweiser,
and look what happened.
Everybody was upset about that.
I guarantee you, Augie Bush wouldn't have ran that company the way it's being run now.
Yeah. All righty. So we'll just jump on up over to you, Mark Thomas, and we'll work our way across there.
I just can't think that anything is worse than our American company that's being sold to foreign countries. Just no good. No good can come from it. Just should manage themselves better, should keep it here in the country, and we should keep control of it. It's not going to be a good thing. That's my opinion.
All right, buddy. Well, sure appreciate that. And we'll move right on over to you, Dodge Guy.
Well, like Mark said, no good can come of it, America losing another business. Also, it's the evolution of business here lately. Somebody starts up their own business, it becomes successful, it grows, it's a moneymaker, and then somebody bigger comes along and says, hey, we'll give you a certain amount of dollars for this. You won't have to lift a finger the rest of your life. Very tempting offer, to be set for life financially. So you go ahead and sell out, and then later on, somebody even bigger comes and buys out the person that bought out the first one. It goes on and on. What do you call it? A conglomerate, umbrella kind of thing. It's just evolution of business these days. And unfortunately, this business just happened to be overseas, so.
Yeah. And, that's just part of it. Man. So thanks a lot, Garage Guy. And we'll jump on over to you, DJ, and buddy, and hear what you have opinion on, or if you have one.
I do. And Mark, conglomerates, absolutely. We've been reduced to so few choices anymore. I want you all to think about your communities and the smaller towns perhaps around you. Do they have grocery stores? If there's a Walmart within 30, okay, but if there's I'm not trying to be contradictory, pardon me, but most places now where you live are within 30 minutes of a Walmart. All the things that Walmart puts on their shelves that you don't recognize as brand, and I'm not talking when they have great value or whatever. I'm talking about they have their own. So you're in the pickle aisle. 4 of the major choices that they stock so much are their stuff, and the way that they do pricing is predatory as hell. They get to, just as Amazon gets to jack up they get to work their margins much faster than we do. Their turnover for dollars is just incredible, kind of thing. And then I guess I'm going to touch on just a little bit of, foreign ownership. Guys, there have been foreign companies that invested in the United States and they left. They did set up to do things here, including firearms companies. Where Taurus is made. Ownership in Florida, multinational, but like South America and the like. So we've all participated in the production. We're not there actually working, but because we are feeding those systems, they remain as they are. When you're paying 2 cents on the dollar for Chinese goods, it feels really nice, doesn't it? But when those things start to go away, or there's cocoa or some other problem, some upheaval, and you don't get to get those things, think about all the memes that were around when cocoa started about toilet paper. Then because we are firearms rights guys, think about all those where they're joking about empty shelves and whatnot. It was the major topic. I think that, and I'm not sure about in this case, but I'm, referencing other ones, that the doomsaying and the distraction that those things are, I wish I could eradicate them. I really do, because I think that they cluster together and they clog up conversations and communication. That's 4 C's, Gary. So, there's one thing that I like to do, and I imagine all of you would be to some degree doing the same thing, and that's to buy American goods for the important things, and for the throwaway items, I do land on China. That's my personal thing. But go support American companies as much as you can, because multinationals will take over those things, and we'll end up. And I got to make one more point. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, Hillbilly. And that is, I worry about when it comes to the manufacture of ammunition, how many accidents because of poorly loaded rounds are we going to have? I mean, I'm not saying that foreign countries can't pull it off, but I want you to think about any of the cheap foreign goods that you've gotten in the past. How long do they last? If you push on them, do they break? I think we've all had experiences with that too. So buy local, think global. What it is that we're doing on the day-to-day has a butterfly effect on everything else. And the more we participate in that which we do not like at all, tacitly, we're all guilty of it, man. And I'm not trying to say that anybody on this panel or out in that sex chat is a bad person, but those cheap goods, those foreign-produced goods, they sure are nice. So center it back around all of us here. And bring some jobs, make some jobs up. There was a company mentioned in the back chat, and then I'm going to pass back to you, Hillbilly. Here in Nebraska, there are 2 ammunition companies in Nebraska now. So those are going to be here, hopefully, for the rest of all of our lives, sort of deal. So this is not a hot topic, but it's a very interesting one, and I'm glad that you had it. And I pass it back to Hillbilly. Thanks, man.
All right, DJ. Thanks a lot, buddy. Always glad to hear from you as well as everybody else, and also the side chat. So, Walter, what's your thoughts on this? You kind of, where you live at, you're kind of limited at certain stuff when it does come to firearms. So, I mean, is this going to impact where you live too, or anything? Or what's your opinions on this, buddy?
There we go. The ammunition part isn't a whole lot different here than it is for anybody else, although we seem to pay higher prices for everything here already. But as far as the impact that it would have on us in California, it'll be similar to what everybody else sees. Maybe just the price tags might still be a little bit different. Personally, we've got an awful lot of government regulation that goes on in this country, as we know, and I get it that it can be difficult for people that are making product like gunpowder, primers, loaded ammunition, all those sorts of materials, even projectiles, that some of these companies like Spear and so forth that CG has bought are producing. I can kind of understand that those businesses have a certain amount of difficulty in living up to what our government's expectations are, and it gets pricier and pricier and pricier for them to carry their insurances and do all those kinds of things that they need to do in order to manufacture in the United States. And so I can kind of see where they might get fed up and say, well, let's just sell off this side of our business. Vista's got another whole side of their corporation there where, they're selling their outdoor products, their sleeping bags and their tents and their hiking gear and their clothing lines. Yeah. They're keeping that. And I don't know whether we're going to see all of this ammunition-based stuff go overseas, or if CG is going to keep trying to make the stuff here that's already being made here, or if they're going to pull it out. If they pull it out and start manufacturing our Federal and our CCI and our Spear and Remington ammo overseas, maybe they can do it cheaper over there and send it to us. I don't know. Personally, I'm opposed to having foreign control over what I have always considered to be American product. And this stuff now is not going to be considered American product, so maybe I shouldn't care anymore. But I would much rather support our U.S. soil-based companies and provide the jobs here rather than seeing jobs get sent overseas as well. And I don't know if that's going to happen with this deal that Vista has partaken in. I don't know if these plants are going to be moved overseas or not yet. I think that still remains to be seen. But my knee-jerk reaction is that I'm against it. I hate to see that happening. I hate to see the control over so much business that I participate in, leave our soil. I would rather that it stay here. And as far as Vista saying, well, we're losing money, it can't be because they were not selling any ammo or anything. Where's all the ammo been for the last 2 years? We ain't seen it. If they're losing money on us because they're not selling it to us, so that part I'm not really sure I want to buy. But $2 billion is $2 billion, and that's what the ticket was for that sale. So it was their business. It was their company to sell. I just wish they hadn't sold it overseas. So
yeah,
that's my take. And as a hand loader, my biggest deal is the gunpowder and the primers. And CCI and Federal are two of our bigger manufacturers of primers. And I don't know what that's going to do for us. If I'm not going to be able to buy a primer, unless it's imported now, and we got to pay duty and all that other kind of stuff. So I don't see it saving me any money one way or the other. I think I'm hoping it doesn't increase the cost of our shooting. There's not a whole lot I don't think we can do about it other than boycott those companies, like CCI, Spear, Remington, Federal, those outfits that are part of Vista. But if we say, okay, well, let's just boycott them, there's not a whole lot of other choices. We got Mexican ammo, we got Aguila, coming in. We've got some German ammo. We got this Norma crap. We got some other stuff that we can get our hands on. But we like our companies that we've been dealing with for years. We like our CCI and our Federal and our Remington products. Yeah. So I don't know. It's too soon for me to develop a hard, set in concrete opinion yet. But my knee-jerk reaction is I'm against it.
Yeah. That's exactly. You guys have come up with a lot of great, topics. Side chat has, topics, but on this topic, a lot of great points and everything. Man, I don't know what to think yet. Really, so Bubba, Bubba's stretching out for this one. Yeah, he's got something to say.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to say my opinion. I'll probably get a lot of hate. YouTube's going to send a cop to my house or something like that. But so if you guys remember, most of 7.62 by 39 came from Russia. Most. I'd say a good about 60-70% of 7.62 by 39 came from Russia. And then all of a sudden, we're not allowed to do anything with Russia anymore. All of a sudden, just happened to happen right after Hunter Biden's laptop deal. Not going any further with that. I don't want to get Hillary. So how long until there's some kind of conflict in Czech that we can't have any business with anymore? How long until then? That's what I think. That's what I think this whole thing is. I think this whole thing is set up by our own government to limit our costs because they can't get us in the court systems. They can't get us. Every single time you go to look on the news or something like that, if you go to look at the 2A gun news and stuff, they are losing ground constantly in trying to ban the ARs and trying to ban everything else. Everything's getting ruled as unconstitutional and getting thrown back. So what do you attack next? Well, if we can't get rid of the guns, we can get rid of the ammo. We can make it where it's exported from another country and then say that we're at war with that country now, or say that they're in a conflict so we can't get anything from them anymore. So it's a bad thing. It's a very bad thing. So it's just like, I mean, you know, and you know, I'm not saying that I don't buy cheap Chinese stuff every once in a while. But I do like to test it out first. I do like to see if it's going to be worth a dang. I do know that the ZSG ammo you don't want to mess around with because it is overpowered or underpowdered. So you end up with stovepipes all the time. Stovepipes, squib loads, stuff of that nature. And it's supposed to be factory produced ammo. It's supposed to be regulatory ammo. But there's no regulations where it's coming from. The regulations are gone. OSHA's not there. There's nobody sitting there. It's like, all right, how much is this pouring out? Oh, that'll be okay. What's 2 or 3 grains more, you know, over top of max load? What's 2 or 3 grains more going to do? It's not going to hurt anybody's rifle or anything like that. So this whole thing, it really sucks. It really sucks. I think it's absurdly stupid. And I think all this is just a front for something else. And I'm not saying that just because I'm a conspiracy theory, but I mean, look what happened with Russia. I'm sorry. 760 by 39 went up exponentially. We're not allowed to import Tula anymore. We're not allowed to import wolf ammo anymore. So whatever wolf ammo and Tula that you find is just stuff that was left around, which oddly enough, I'm seeing more and more companies pulling that out the back and trying to sell it. Just saying. Why wasn't that out on the shelf to begin with? Why wasn't that out on the shelf during the ammo shortage? Why wasn't it? So I mean, I'm starting to think that even regular small time companies, even here in America, are starting to do this whole thing of I don't know. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to get yelled at for it. But there is too much of a coincidence. There is such a thing when coincidence is no longer a thing. And when you have that many coincidences lined up that always follow the same other coincidences, it's no longer a coincidence. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you other than just accept the fact that it is now truth. And stop trying to live in a bubble. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing that is probably my biggest concern is, are they ever going to say you cannot buy the ammo because it's a foreign government, they're from a foreign country or whatever? We know that stuff got banned, from coming in from, like I said, Russia or China or whatever, certain, maybe ammunition or firearms and stuff like that. So, is this something that they can like put a stop to and say, well, now I do know, like, I remember back when NASCAR started letting Toyota in, to the NASCAR races, a lot of people were upset. Well, when you did the math, come to find out, Toyota manufactured more Toyota cars here in the United States at that time than Ford did. So, I mean, there's that, so, I mean, it's so, you don't know what's going to happen. And, we've seen before too, just because it might be somebody from the United States that owns or manufactures the products. Sometimes that, is not always a great thing either. So, I'm kind of, on the wall about this. There's stuff I don't like about it, but then there's stuff that I'm wondering, would things be better? I really hated to see, them sell to somebody that's in a foreign country when they supplied as much stuff as they do. If it was 20% or 30% or 40% of the market, then that'd be one thing. But I've heard numbers, and from what I've heard, and I don't know, I don't have the facts and the truth on this, but definitely over 50% is what everybody's saying, And so, I mean, that's a big supply, right there. So.
Well, there was something else I forgot to mention. I talk a lot with the guys from Agilite and stuff like that, and they support the IDF forces in Israel. So, I told you guys last week, one of my buddies actually died. And they've been telling me that that America or whatever commerce government or whatever has been telling them not to send any more of their stuff over here. They don't want it. They're starting to try to boycott them because they're in Israel. So, I mean, come on. Why? So, that's it. I'm not going any further with that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I bought Tula ammo that was made, I believe, it was a couple of years back. It was made in Italy, and there was some more Tula ammo I bought. It said on the box made in, I believe it was Armenia or something. Might be a way, some of these companies can get around sanctions.
Yeah.
Well, there was tariff reduction wasn't it in the 90s when Ford started doing stuff in Mexico? But the thing is, businesses making things for the U.S. auto industry have been around for forever and a day. So we didn't know that some of the parts were from Mexico. They weren't all U.S. made going into U.S. cars. And I'm not an expert on that kind of thing. So if somebody else is, don't get your panties in a bunch. But I went ahead and looked up what car manufacturers moved to Mexico. And here's the list, guys. Ford, GM, Stellantis, Audi, BMW, Mercedes, Volkswagen, Basic Group, Honda, Hyundai, Jack, Kia, Mazda, Nissan, Toyota.
Yeah.
I dropped the phone just now, and I dropped the phone when I looked it up the first time. I'm like, whoa. Because I was only thinking of U.S. companies. But seeing that foreign companies are doing the same thing, what do y'all suppose it is? That 75% tariff reduction and cheap labor. Mm-hmm. That's the thing that makes it happen all the time. The reason that we get to lounge on soft pillows and ride around on clouds of comfort kind of thing, it is because often there's somebody making $1, $1.50, $2 kind of thing. And I know that Hillbilly doesn't want this to go political, but there's a lot of government involvement in this sort of thing, and that's not conspiracy. Our government wanted to stimulate our economy. So they moved manufacturers down. I had a friend of mine who lives about 40 miles east of me. He worked in a plant that made the frames, the steel frames for, I don't remember which minivan, say the Safari or something like that. But they were down to maybe 18 employees, and they were all working, ridiculous, 80-hour weeks kind of thing to keep the company going. And then it went down. And the thing that bothered me most about that I felt bothered by so much in the story that he told me about was when they got to Mexico and the Mexican workers that were going to be doing their jobs, they had to train them. So a company sells your independent company out that's been building these things for 30, 40 years or whatever. They did other ones in the past. And now it's all of a sudden. It's as soon as it's before the ink dries on the documents that transfer ownership. I don't have an answer for that. I really don't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mercedes moved to Mexico. You said Mercedes moved to Mexico, and yet Mercedes is still like one of the most expensive cars.
Yeah, and there was something else. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Bubba, but there was also some other component about that I can't quite recall. But it was something about another government inducement, like reduced like $500 off all, Now, I'm not sure. I shouldn't have interrupted you. Please go ahead.
No, you're fine. I don't want to go off on a tangent because I'm trying to be good. All right, I swear to God, guys, I am trying so hard to be good. Like there is a lot of things that I want to say that I'm just not going to say because one, this is not my channel. This is Hillbilly, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut because there's a lot of stuff I want to say, but this is probably going to be brought up on my Wednesday morning chat. So.
Let's say tune in for the good, the bad, the Bubba this coming Wednesday.
Number eight, the day that Bubba got banned on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hillbilly, if I might. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just found out something interesting. I've said on this live chat here a few weeks back at MagTech right there. Really good ammo. I really enjoy shooting this. I looked at the small print on the side. Made by a company called CBC in Brazil.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if you remember CBC, they're the ones that made shotguns that you would find in Walmart and these other stores, single shots. I did not know that.
Not me.
Yeah, MagTech's been down there. You know, we've seen MagTech ammo up here for a long time, and it's been, you know, at the lower end of the price spectrum compared to some, you know, on soil manufacturers. And we've been getting primers out of Argentina that are considerably less expensive than CCI or Federal or Winchester primers that have been decent. You know, we're paying $55 a thousand for those, where we're paying $75-$80 now for homegrown primers. So what are you going to do? They're still twice what they're supposed to be.
That's why I try to tell you guys. Like that's another reason why I like AAC, right? So like all their stuff is made here in the U.S. Every last bit of it.
Yeah.
They have their own type of primers and stuff like that. They don't sell the primers, but they have their own primers and stuff like that they use and stuff. And they've been making different types of ammo now here lately. They've been making several different ones, and I'm talking like 357, 38 special. And I've been hearing talk they're starting to make 4570, 450 Bushmaster, and 45 long Colt or 45 Colt because there's no short Colt. But they're starting to make those too. And you know, guys, if you want to buy something from an American company, go with AAC. Trust me, the ammo's good enough. It's pretty superb ammo, so definitely trust them.
Yeah.
If you want to buy just straight American, that's the only company that I know of that is straight up in the U.S.
Well, Gary mentioned them earlier, and I'll reboot that, and that's Meade Ammo. They're an independent here in Nebraska, and Gary and I both got to put their ammunition through its paces because they brought thousands of rounds gratis for us to go bang with. You know, something else occurs to me. I'm big into guitar music production, you know, touring the whole damn thing. But what has happened in the guitar industry over the last 30 years kind of parallels this discussion. Here's the thing that is unique. I don't think it's unique over there, but I see it sort of happening in these instances. And that is larger conglomerates will eat up the small companies and they park them. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden that brand is not on the shelves. Then what do? They increase their market share because they stop the little guys from producing, you know, kind of thing. So it's not just the foreign labor sometimes, but the other thing that makes me kind of, you know, almost depressed is fenders are, you know, there are so few fenders made in the United States, and those things are ridiculously priced now. And Fender will produce in Mexico first, China, Korea, Indonesia, China. So this American company, and this is Mexican. And, you know, when an American company is an icon, at least to me, you know, an iconic brand sort of thing, and it almost all goes offshore. I don't even know that they have 100 employees left in the United States. And it's the biggest guitar brand in the world.
That's the silliest thing. You know, Ibanez there's more Ibanez companies in the U.S. than there is outside. Outside of Fender and stuff like that, like they have more companies here. They have more manufacturing plants and stuff, like more people getting jobs and stuff here in the U.S. versus Fender versus Gibson versus Epiphany, all of them. And it's ridiculous. The same thing for the drum sets too. For like Pearl drum sets, they're not really made in the U.S. anymore. But a lot of the ones that were originally just made in Mexico or in Brazil or wherever, there's more of those companies in the U.S. than there is of the other ones, and it just it floors me and stuff. No, I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just gonna shut up.
Oh boy. Yeah. I mean it's something. It is what it is, I guess. Man, I just hope that, as far as we're talking about the ammo and stuff like that and reloading products, hopefully, they'll still be available to us, and we can get them at decent prices. And you guys talking about meat ammo, I have about a couple thousand rounds that I've been running, and 9mm, and they've worked great for me. I really liked it, and so we're going to do our monthly drawing here pretty quick. But I want to bring up something since we were talking about ammunition and all that stuff. I had something happen to me. Bubba, would you care to highlight the side chat there for a few minutes while I pull this up? See what you guys think about this. Let me get it pulled up here. There it is. I lost it on my screen there for a second. So I had this happen to me, and I mean, I did it myself. This here is
No.
manufactured. It is I'm pretty sure it's Remington. Or wait. No, it's actually a Federal. 357. I was running this in my Rossi, and I had put a short out the other day. Well, this happened as I first started doing that short. I had to stop and refilm it. But I was jacking the lever pretty quick, back and forth to fire to do some rapid firing. And so when I went to put another shell in during that, it hung up, and I knew things didn't feel right. Like it just hung and it kind of moved. And so I just stopped and I, opened my chamber back up some. And that's what I found. I had caught that. I'd short shucked, the lever. And as it was coming up, I was pulling up too fast, and it caught it below the feed ramp and pushed the head of that bullet back in that casing. And for one, I don't know if this has happened to anybody else, but that made me stop and think. Thank goodness I didn't go ahead and load that on in there and fire it. It doesn't look safe to me. I assume the pressures would be too high and everything. I'm not a reloader, but it makes a person think. Even if he's running something AR style or whatever, and you went ahead and hit the deal to push that bullet on in, something like that happened. I don't know. I mean, but what do you guys? I mean, I just want to hear you guys' opinion on it. Anybody wants to talk about it, but has that ever happened to anybody, or is it just me? Probably just me, huh?
Well, I haven't seen one quite like that, or had one happen, but I have seen Winchester ammo issues. Winchester white box ammo. A couple years ago, a guy shooting in the lane next to me showed me his box of new box of Winchester ammo, and that one box of 50. it was 9mm, had 3 projectiles loaded upside down in the case, so they looked like wad cutters. 3 in one case. And then just last week, our friend Andy 79Z28 was talking about he had been to the range to shoot his PC-9, and he had 3 squibs in a row. Squibs, where he had to take the gun apart and knock the bullet back out of the barrel.
Oh my goodness!
Out of Winchester white box. So it kind of makes you wonder. We kind of related with our discussions of, foreign soil ammo manufacturers and so forth. We got trouble right here in River City too sometimes. And talk about primers. Every once in a while we get a bad primer, it won't go pop, and that kind of stuff happens. But fortunately for you, you knew that felt wrong, and didn't get in there and just try to yank that sucker into battery and shoot it anyway. You knew that it was fouled in there, and had the foresight, to go ahead and get that round out of there. But what if it was a beginner, and something like that happened? So that's where, training and education and taking classes and so forth is important for new shooters, so that they understand that things can go wrong, and just because it's store-bought ammo doesn't mean it's going to be perfect every time. And just because it's, an expensive firearm you've got doesn't mean it's going to work correctly every time. You got to practice, and you got to understand how that firearm works and what it's supposed to feel like and look like.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it surprised me. There's no doubt about that. So does anybody else have anything to say about this?
Tim S says he's done it.
I will say this. Moose said this over in the chat. So I can't handle 1 squib, let alone 3. When I tested out my zinc bullets, right, and I tested out the 38 special load, because you have to work up from that. So you kind of like take whatever the load is and cut it in half, right? And so I was shooting the zinc loads or whatever, and apparently every last one of them was a squib, and I had loaded 27 of them.
Oh,
do you know how annoying try to pop out the squib load 27 times is? Like,
oh man.
One, I was just like, all right, well, I kind of figured that was going to happen. I'll just move on to the other ones.
Oh man!
Whoa! I literally could not do the video. I was cussing so bad. I was just like, no, I'm not. I'm saying every word under the sun other than saying the Lord's name in vain. I was just like, no, we're not doing that. I was furious, and it ain't like it was like a halfway up the barrel kind of squib, right? It was right at the end of the barrel, and this is out of a revolver, so I can't come from the back and push it out the small amount of way I need to get out. No, I had to go from the front and just kind of By the 13th one, I literally wanted to melt the gun. Squibs, and to have that happen in factory ammo would make me lose my absolute mind. I don't trust Winchester anyway. I've never trusted Winchester ammo. After the first 3 or 4 things that happened with it, just no. You get 2 chances with me. All right, you get 2 chances. When you ruin that second chance, it's over. It's over. That's why there's a Glock sitting on my desk right now. That's its second chance. All right, even though it had several malfunctions the last time I bought one, that I have to give it a second chance because I got to give High Point a second chance. So I got to give every gun a second chance. Every second chance matters. But yeah, that's woo.
Well, we're guys, make sure you get your hashtags in. Hashtag HBN44. Getting a giveaway for tonight.
Bye-bye.
Don't you even. Don't you even, son. Don't you even. I will show up to your house in a Speedo.
No.
Whoa.
Oh,
And a
Michael
grin.
Dennis says Block Lives Matter.
Oh, God, no. I live in the nightmare that I created for myself.
Boy, oh boy.
Stop it. Stop it, Buck. Stop it.
There, Fud's got a hashtag for you. Oh boy. So yeah, make sure you get this hashtag in, guys, so you can get entered in the giveaway. We do that around 10:30 Central Time. Most of us try to do it right in that area. Yeah. Woods is here. He wins a lot. No doubt about that. So anyway, we're going to get on to. I'm going to go ahead and do the monthly giveaway. This is not anything that you can enter tonight, but you can enter this month right now, the month of October. And how you do that to get entered is you just have to be subscribed to Hillbilly Up, and then on any of the videos, it don't matter. Oh, here, Gary's got something for you, Bubba.
I can see it. You don't have to. No, you don't got to blow that up. Stop it, Gary. You know what? You have to do the lasers now. You have to do the lasers. Sorry, lasers has to happen. Hold on.
Loses magic.
Yeah. Oh, it's not doing it behind the chair. That kind of sucks. Oh, whatever. Lasers is lasers. We're good.
They changed it on you.
Confetti.
Yeah, Gary gets to put on a show.
Yeah. So there's two things I want to address though that I saw in the side chat that I'd forgotten to say, and I apologize for forgetting to say it. So prayers for Rob and his wife. His wife has been dealing with a shoulder problem and has been in the ER all night last night, I believe is what he said. So prayers for Rob and his wife. And hopefully she recovers good. Hopefully she has a speedy recovery, brother. I really do hope and pray that.
Yeah. For sure.
And the second thing is, Boom had to mention. I sent him a text because he's the one who's always told me to do this challenge. He's the one that's been harping on me to do this challenge and stuff like that. Yes, I did do the fly swatter challenge, and he decided to make it public. But the video editing is going to take me a while. I'll probably work on it tomorrow. I'll put out the first video. And I did do a little bitty surprise with another little bitty gun that nobody knows that I own right now yet, except for Hillbilly, just because I told him what I won the price for. But yeah. Other than that, all right, I'm done. Sorry.
So anyway, we'll get back to this. So in order to be in the monthly giveaway, you just got to be subscribed to Hillbilly Up. And then on any of the videos, you just comment, I want to win, like in your comment anywhere. And then I go through, and as I check out the comments and all that, I write your name down. And so one good thing about this is you can get entered multiple times. I mean, so in that month, if you comment, I want to win on 10 different videos, it has to be like on another video. You can't just comment 10 times on one video. But anytime when you do, that gets you an entry. And so I'll just kind of show you guys, like, this month was a low month, September. Not a lot of people commented. Now, the previous month and October is a little bit bigger. So, like, I'll write everybody's names down. And, so you'll see, like, there wasn't a whole lot of people in the September giveaway. So it really brings people's odds up a lot. But also, as you'll see here, as I pull up this wheel, there's a lot of people. There's, some people's got multiple entries in this giveaway because, they just took the time and commented. So, like, you can see the names down the side there. I mean, look at that. Gun and Wild One, Rick Perry. I mean, those guys are they're just on top of it every time. And so, anyway, we're going to be giving out one of these slim pocket knives that have the flip up blade on it and everything. Everybody seems to really like this knife. I know I do myself personally. So that's what we'll be giving out tonight for the monthly giveaway. And we'll also give that out for tonight's prize. So anyway, let's give this thing a spin. This is for the month of September giveaway. Let's give this a spin. Yeah, looks definitely like Gun and Wild One's going to win that one.
All right.
He had a lot of entries there. Congratulations, buddy. That's awesome. So I'm going to write your name down here. And I will get that sent out to you, buddy. I'll
Hey,
probably
Bubba.
start doing some different gifts for that, too.
You're shooting any of this stuff?
Yes, I have. I've shot over 300 rounds of it. Yeah. No, it's very unpredictable.
Yep.
Very,
That's
very
what I found out today.
Yeah. You want to bring that?
That's why I don't shoot Norma.
Let me bring you up there, Walter, so you can show that again.
Okay, so this is lead-free ammo. My local club just went all lead-free, and you got to buy the ammo from them. And all they have for 22 LR is this stuff, and it's a little 24 grain round going at 1,700 feet per second, allegedly. But every other round, it seemed like, was going out at a different velocity. It won't cycle any of my semi-autos, so I was shooting it out of my single 6. And this stuff's made in Germany. And it, I mean, you can hear it and feel it. It just inconsistent as all get out. I couldn't believe it. I've never shot ammo that inconsistent before out of a 22 LR. The guys say it'll cycle their 1022s, but no one's been able to get it to cycle through a semi-auto. And the rounds, the cases are real hard to eject. I thought it might shoot out of my little baby Browning because it shoots everything, and it wouldn't eject that. I got one round in it, and the extractor just ripped off off the end of the case. It wouldn't pull it out. It was in there so tight. Had to bring the gun home and tap the case out.
Yeah,
Did you say that was lead free?
Yeah, they're all zinc. Even the primer is zinc.
Well, it's zinc and copper. This stuff is because it's frangible. This one is.
It's very inconsistent. Shot groupings with any of my rifles, anything that I have in 22 is just all over. Like, God forbid I shoot it out of a pistol. God forbid I shoot it out of a pistol. What's funny to me is, out of all the Norma ammo, that's probably the worst ones I've ever shot.
Yep.
And Norma has lost its appeal to me because most of my guns don't like Norma ammo. They don't like 22 match. They don't like 22 subs. They don't like any of that stuff. And it always made me laugh because I was just like, isn't Norma supposed to be like the higher dollar brands, stuff like that? You got Norma, Ely, Lapua.
Yeah, this stuff's $10 a box.
Yeah. See, so they have been so bad that PSA got a whole shipment of it, right? Because they was contracted to get it, and that's what I asked them why they were selling it. And I looked at it, and they were selling it for $3 a box. First of all, to see 3 beans only for any Norma ammo is kind of crazy. So I was just like, I'll buy a bunch of it. What am I going to lose, right? Well, I've got 350 rounds left of it, and I really just don't want to shoot it.
Yeah, I was not happy with that. I did shoot some of this stuff too. This is Federal's entry for frangible non-lead in 9mm. This is a 70 grain bullet going at a little over 1,600 feet per second. It's pretty zippy, and it did shoot consistently out of my 1911 9mm. I was happy with this. It was a snappy round. You know, it had a lot more feel of, you know, to it than 115 grain going out at 1,100 feet per second. So that stuff shot good. And this is still made in USA Federal ammo.
I don't like Boonesley said Norma Match is good. Norma Match is good, but none of my rifles like it. My pistols do. My pistols
This
like
eco speed stuff, forget about it. I wouldn't varmint hunt with that stuff at all. I wouldn't even think about it. It's just too cruddy.
I never would have expected it from Norma, to be honest.
Yeah.
I never in my life would I have expected it from Norma. And
Nope.
Just the same token, I wouldn't have expected it from Federal to be good.
Yeah. And Tommy Boy just said it, you know, we've always looked for Norma brass at the ranges for reloading, because Norma brass has always been good to go brass, you know, and I've got a bunch of it, but it's just 22 LR stuff. Forget about it, man. I'll never shoot that stuff again.
I'm sorry. We went on a tangent, Hillbilly. I'm sorry.
You're fine. So that actually kind of brings up on the next topic, and then we'll get to the giveaway here in a little bit for everybody that's here tonight. I want to talk about frangible ammo. That's something I've only shot not very much of it at all. And I'm talking, I think I'd picked up like 25 rounds here a while back and had shot it. And it cycled and ran fine, you know. And so I was thinking about getting more frangible ammo and using it, because like if you know, you want to plink still, you know, or something like that. I mean, you know, there's a place for frangible ammo, and I thought plinking still would be great for that. The prices, I mean, they're about the same, I think, from what I've been seeing. But what do you guys think about frangible ammo? Would you use it for practice? And I don't know. I know we got a few reloaders in the room. Do they make the actual bullets where you can reload frangible? Can you just buy the frangible and reload that yourself? And,
there are some, yeah. It's expensive.
So we'll just go around the room here. You know, you guys just whoever wants to talk there, and
all right, I'll go into more detail then. For the Norma Eco Speed, all right. So it is a nice throwaway round. It's not bad for frangible ammo. As frangible ammo is concerned, for shooting at like, you know, a 10-inch gong or an 8-inch gong. But if you're wanting to do any target shooting, no. If you're wanting to sight in a rifle, no. You will never find where it's going. You will never find where it's going. It is always going to be, once you think you've got it, it's immediately going to be 3 inches to the right and 2 inches up. Immediately is going to change to that. Like there's no sighting that in. It's just completely and totally wildly unpredictable. But if you're just using it just to shoot, plink around and stuff like that, yeah, absolutely fine. But don't use a semi-auto. It doesn't run good in a Taurus TX22. It will cycle them. But it doesn't like them. It does not like them. It will stovepipe. It's one of the few rounds that I've found in a TX22 that does not cycle well, as far as like stovepipes and stuff is concerned. But it will bring it back when it does cycle. So it does have enough power to do that. But it's just all sorts of different stuff. Now, not AAC, but Ammo Inc. actually has a couple of frangible rounds for 300 Blackout and a couple of frangible rounds for 9mm that actually run pretty good. Now, it's not the eco-friendly type, but it is a frangible type of ammo, and it does run pretty good. I don't know if they still make it because I haven't seen it since I got it, but it's not bad. Frangible ammo has its purpose. The 5.45 round is actually is known as the toxic bullet. If anybody remembers that, is what the AKs got rechambered into instead of 7.62 by 39. Is a 5.45 by 45, 5.45 by 45, or 5.45 by 56, something like that. But it's known as the toxic bullet because it's frangible. Whenever it hits something, it pretty much just breaks apart. Yeah. And that's why it's known as toxic, because it's going to spread lead everywhere. Like, you might survive the shot, but you'll probably die of gangrene if there ain't no like actual medical personnel near you. But like, it has its purpose and it has its place. Frangible ammo in general does, but that eco speed does not outside of plinking.
Yeah. And here in California, you gotta shoot lead free for hunting. You can shoot still, as long as it's not in a private club like mine where they said no, we don't want any more lead in our indoor range anymore. You can go out and target shoot elsewhere with lead ammo, but you can't hunt with it. So that's kind of, it's a California thing, you know how we are out here. God dang. But CCI has some lead-free ammo that's a copper-based bullet, but it's not frangible, I don't think, and it shoots really well. It's a pretty good round for varmints, and it's consistent. And being non-lead, it's going fast too. That stuff is going at like 1,500 feet per second. That CCI, I forget what they call it. I've got a box of it over there, but so that's part of the driving thing here in California, is that you cannot hunt even varmints with leaded ammunition. You can't hunt birds with lead shot. Okay, can't hunt deer with cast bullets, for example. Everything's got to be lead free. And so our local club decided, well, it's an environment. Our range masters are in there all day, and some of you guys are coming in here shooting for hours. We're just not going to do leaded anymore. So, and it's going to be difficult for us to do reloads, even with lead-free frangible bullets. Number one, the primers also have to be lead-free, and there ain't none available to us right now. Fiocchi's getting ready to start putting them out, but I doubt that our club's even going to let us do it then, because you can't tell a lead-free primer from a standard CCI primer. They look the same. There are a couple of outfits that sell frangible lead-free projectiles. Centerfire, not center, not CENTER, SINTER, FIRE, Centerfire. But they're 30 cents a head. And so that's taken the price of a round. By the time you pay a dime for a primer and powder, you're up to pretty close to what this box of stuff costs, which was $25. So, reloading this stuff, at least at my range, probably not going to be a thing for the reloaders here. So most of us are not real happy about this whole thing. So anyway, there's that. Yeah, you can buy frangible projectiles, load your own. They won't be totally lead free because you got to use primers that have lead stiffenate in them, but and they're expensive to make.
All right. Anybody else have anything to talk about on frangible ammo?
Yep. One word answer. No.
That's a quick one.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Now, we shot some frangible ammo. Meade Ammunition provided us with a supply of it for Thunder on the Prairie. And I can tell you that it cycled and performed just fine for everybody. So I can't speak as to the cost or anything, but I can tell you just from a reliability standpoint, it performed just fine. That's my own experience with it, though.
Awesome. Well, like I said, I've been thinking about getting some just shoot some still targets with. At that point, I mean, kind of just practicing. I mean, I know, like I said, if they're off a little bit for just plinking, is that going to matter that much when you're shooting a video or whatever the case might be, and you're just ringing some steel, and so I don't know. The only ones I've shot, they seem to do that just fine, and so that's something I just did not know what everybody else thought about.
I will say this: the best bullets ever made are the ones that Viejo, Mark, and CW and all of them that do casting make. Those are the best bullets. Just going to say that right now. Especially CW's 350 Legend. If anybody didn't see that, he had a one-shot group at 100 yards.
Yep.
One whole group. Completely consistent. The best bullets are made by reloaders. Just saying.
No doubt about that. So we're coming up on doing the giveaway. So let me pull this banner up again just in case somebody's not in there yet. And DJ, I see your message there in the private chat too, buddy. So while we're going through this, guys, make sure you get your hashtag in, hashtag HBN44 to get in tonight's drawing. And we are going to be giving away this slim knife here. I know I've been giving away for a little bit, which I was giving away the albatross knife too, and for you guys, like if you've already won one of these or vice versa, just let me know in the email. Say, hey, I already got a slim knife. I'd like to have the albatross. So anyway, it's just a sweet little knife. Blade opens up great. It's got ball bearing in here. Just really smooth action on it, and it is sharp. So anyway, we're going to be doing that, and so make sure you get those hashtags in while I pull the screen up here. Let's see, where it is. There it is. Yeah, it's amazing how well stuff works when the internet is going at great speeds and all that. You don't have to worry about it. There's been a few nights that, it's been a mess. So, anyway, so everybody in?
Let's
get it. Pardon?
So I think so. I think we're good. 30 out of 20.
All right. All righty. Let's get this thing a spin. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Tactical Fud. Congratulations.
Buddy.
Congratulations, Fud. I think Guns Barbecue got in there at the last minute. That's awesome. Welcome, buddy. So, all right, Fud, email me and give me your name and address, and I'll get that sent out to you, buddy. Like I said, for some reason, if you want the albatross knife that I gave away before, that's fine too. They gave away several of those. I thought it'd be good for a change. And, I had a subscriber send me that, that thin pocket knife. and say, "Hey, I bought this. I love it." They sent it to me and said, you might check it out. You might want to try. You might want to give it away. And so I wore it around for I don't know, probably a couple weeks, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So anyway, that's awesome. All righty. Yeah, actually, Bucks Towns, hey, it kind of gave me a challenge to do, and I might try to do that this week. About splitting a bullet. So I've never tried that before. So anyway, we might I might do a video trying to split a bullet. I don't know. I've been giving it some thought, and we might just do that. So anyway, up next, we lost DJ. What do you got?
Oh, what happened?
Okay.
Where'd he go?
DJ wanted to come up with the next topic to do with music. He's always well educated with that. But I don't know if he lost connection or had to go. But anyway, that's not a problem. Alrighty. Yeah, Mike Dunn says he carries that knife. Awesome. Blackhound Optics is having a good sale. Wow. That's great. So let me pull up a topic here. Actually, let's just do this. We did this a few weeks ago, and it was a lot of fun. So let me find it here. All righty. So let's have the side chat pick the next topic. Of course, we wouldn't be able to get to all of them, but you guys got a topic you want to talk about? Guns, it don't matter. You know how it is on this show. We talk about anything and everything. So does anybody have a fun topic or something that you guys would like to talk about on the side chat? So throw it out there, and we'll pick one and we'll talk about that. Oh, Chicago Mike jumps right out there and says, "What's your favorite pizza?"
I'd like to know how many shotguns Boomstick has.
That'd take a whole show.
Yeah.
That's if we include 22s.
I'd say about a year or so ago, he made a video, and on his dining room table, it was covered with shotguns. The chairs around it was covered with shotguns. And the first words out of his mouth on that video was, "Yes, I have a problem."
Oh, boy. Oh, man. There's a lot of great ones coming on here. So I want to throw these up and just at random, anybody wants to jump in there real quick, and let's try to catch some of these topics as they're flying through. So anybody have a favorite pizza real quick?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni?
Yeah.
Yep.
Chicken and bacon. Chicken and bacon. And if there's banana peppers on there too, that's a win. It's a win.
Yeah, I like peppers on mine too. I'm a sausage guy for pizza, so I like mine with sausage and tomatoes and onions and olives and mushrooms. That's my mix that I usually go for. Not that I eat much pizza, but when I do, that's what usually goes on it. Got to have that sausage on there.
Yeah. But I really thought you was going to say something like anchovies and bananas or something.
Oh! Peanut butter, there you go. Peanut butter pizza.
If I was Glock Bubba, I would have said pineapple pizza.
Oh boy. Yep.
I made cheese pizza before and fried bologna, and I'd take the fried bologna, cut it up, and just spread it all over that cheese pizza. It was actually pretty good.
All right.
Poor man's
All
pizza.
righty. So let's jump to the next one real quick, or I'm just kind of thumbing through some of these. We'll try to catch as many as we can. So on Gilligan's Island, Ginger or Marianne? I think he says Marianne, but I think he means Marianne. So
Marianne.
Marianne, definitely.
Yeah, Marianne. No question.
All righty. So we'll jump on to the next one. What's Bubba's favorite Glock?
What? I can
That'd be the one he doesn't have, right?
Hold on.
Yeah.
One that works. And since I've never found one,
10 millimeter.
you know what? I actually want a Glock 20. I'm not gonna lie. I want a Glock 40 because it's got the longer barrel.
I like the 20
That's
better than
it.
a 40.
That's just me, though. This is me.
Yeah. Chicago Mike is the one that brought up the pizza question, and he says Supreme Deluxe is what his is.
Yep.
Oh man. And
I always
there
like
you
the deep dish too.
Garbage
Sometimes.
go. Oh my goodness. You got a lot of good ones out there. Pea lovers.
Any pizza without anchovies or pineapple.
Without anchovies.
I like anchovies by themselves. I don't like it on pizza. I can eat anchovies by themselves. But,
the Gilligan's
but I have
Island
to drain the
is-
salt off of them.
I ate one anchovy once, and that's why I didn't eat two anchovies.
Oh, my
back
goodness.
to the Gilligan's Island question, Marianne
Yeah.
and Ginger. Well, you give Mrs. Howell a bottle of Boone's Farm or whatever, she might put Marianne and Ginger to shame.
She might.
Something to be said for experience.
There you go. Older women know stuff.
You betcha. Oh man. Well, Michael Dunn, he says he'll take both of them. It doesn't matter to him.
Well, my friends, I had to work today. I'm fading. I'm going to check out. Have a good night, everyone.
All right, Mark.
Okay,
thanks
Mark.
for being on.
Good to
is
see you,
anything
buddy.
On your channel, you want to plug real quick before you get off here?
Nope, I'm good.
You're good.
Have a good night.
All right, Mark. Thanks for being on tonight. We appreciate you, buddy. Guys, go over and
Night.
check out Mark's channel. Great channel. Go over there, subscribe to him. The guy is a craftsman, like no other when it comes to leather work, and he has great gun videos too and everything. So go there and check it out. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go back up here. I think there were some more thrown in questions, and just keep coming with those topics or questions, guys. We'll try to run through them here. Boomstick says he had a short on that gun collection.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, the short was as long as it could possibly be. And I felt bad for him because he had to put all of them back in the safe.
The barbecue, you got some pretty good ones out there, but I don't know if we want to go through over that.
Well, I can answer that one.
See, let's try this one. Hot dog. Is a hot dog or sandwich?
That's actually a pretty good question. I got to
Yes,
think
sir.
about that myself,
bread,
whether
I
I
don't
would
know.
consider that a sandwich or not.
I consider it a baked good at that point. All right. So like, okay, so here's my reasoning for that. All right. So you take a hot dog, right? You put it in a hot dog bun. Hot dog bun is sitting like this. It's in a V, right? And then you just load it down on the top, right? That is not a sandwich if it does not fold on top. If it doesn't do this, it's not a sandwich.
Then it doesn't
Well,
count.
then that would make it a taco.
Well, yeah, a hot dog is a taco. A hot dog is an American taco.
The principle is the same, you know.
A hot dog is an American taco. There we go.
It's just got a thicker shell on it.
Yeah.
Just the positioning of the hot dog. What I like to do, I'll take a slice of bread, lay it on a plate. I'll put 2 hot dogs on that slice of bread, put the chili, mustard, and onions on it, maybe sometimes coleslaw, then put another slice of bread on top of that and just eat it with a fork and knife.
Well, see, now that's a sandwich, but you ate it with a fork and knife, which no, you don't do that.
Well, it's the daggone sloppy, you know.
Well, tone it down on the chili.
All good, great. You got to have chili.
I didn't say not have it. I said tone it down.
No, we don't tone down chili.
So also Michael Dunn says handgun or rifle.
Rifle.
I guess that depends on what you're doing. But I know personally I'm a heck of a lot better shot with a rifle, even if it's a short one, than I am a handgun. But
I would say
I don't know what you guys think.
I would say I'm a better shot with a rifle than a handgun, but as the Fly Swatter Challenge has proven to me today, I am better with a handgun apparently, and I don't know how that even is possible. Because I didn't have to use my left arm in the video. Like those of you who don't know, I have thoracic outlet syndrome in my left shoulder here, and I have trouble sometimes holding up a rifle whenever I go to shoot because sometimes it'll twitch or it'll lose all its strength in it. Right. So like 9 times out of 10, if I ain't got something to prop up on, I'm not that good with a rifle. Sometimes with a handgun, I'm better because I can just shoot it with one hand. I ain't too reliant on my left hand as much. So, I mean, it just depends on what I'm doing. If I'm bench shooting and if I can just stay at a bench and shoot, I get a rifle. If I have to stand and shoot, it's gonna be a pistol.
Yeah, I'm more of a handgunner myself. I just seem to enjoy it more, and I can't come up with a good reason why. You know, I've got a couple safes with bunches of rifles in them, but I shoot the handguns most of the time. The reloading is faster and easier and a little bit less expensive. But if you're a hand loader, it's not that much more expensive to make a rifle round than it is a good handgun round, particularly with cast bullets. But I don't know why. It's a good question because I don't have a good answer. I'm just going to say that I prefer my handguns. If I'm going to the range, it's mostly going to be handguns that go with me.
Well, growing up, everybody around here had long guns, rifles, shotguns, and maybe once in a while somebody would pull out a 38 revolver. And I'm like, well, why don't you have a revolver or a handgun, what have you? And to me, a handgun, it's more challenging, you know, shooting at a target than a rifle or a shotgun. A shotgun, you're 10 yards back, boom. Target destroyed. Rifle, you're going to hit it. Handgun, sometimes you don't always hit it. It's more challenging.
Yeah.
I like handguns. You know, that's my thing.
Yeah. And I have a friend that he owns 80-some% handguns. He has like a couple shotguns and like a couple hunting rifles, but most of his stuff is all handguns. He just loves handguns, and you know, I don't blame him. I love them too. It's tough. So, Barbecue wants to know how many holes does a straw have?
It's one. Goes all the way through.
One big long hole. Which oddly enough leads me to his other question.
Difference between a burrito and a wrap.
Yeah.
Burrito's hot and a wrap's got hippie food and it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you buy it at a gas station.
Yeah.
Oh man, shot or slugs too, man. That's
Okay. So this question is actually really easy to answer. If I'm hunting, right? If I'm hunting for something, I'm going to use slug. If I want something to go away immediately, I'm going to use buckshot.
Yeah.
If I'm
Out
not
here, hunting with
need-
shotguns means birds, so it's gonna be shot out here.
yeah. Like I said, it depends. Kind of same deal between pistol and rifle. It depends on what I'm going to be doing with it. That's for sure. Somebody asked earlier. Tim S asked about the fly swatter challenge, and I think Boom's putting it out there. Print out target with 25 flies. You have 5 minutes to shoot one shot per fly at 50 yards. So, and I assume you can't use shotgun on that.
I thought about it.
Yeah, Wood says depends on what I'm shooting.
What's up, Ron Wayne?
Did Ron Wayne show up?
Wayne. Hey, buddy.
There he
Hope
is.
you're feeling better now.
I want to ask Ron something. How's that Taurus TH-45 doing? Saw your videos on it.
That's a sweet gun. No doubt about that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the TH-10 right now.
Here, Tommy Boy has a good one here. So barbecue sauce. So basically, barbecue sauce. I mean, I know there's more than two different kinds, but most usually you have one that is kind of has a base ingredients of vinegar, and the other one is sweeter. It has something like molasses or sugar or something like that. And so I think that'd be basically either a sweet barbecue or not.
Yeah, sweet or hot. That's kind of our choices here.
See, mine's gonna be Sweet Baby Ray's.
I got my own recipe, and it's a sweeter sauce, although we do put some hot chili stuff in it as well. But it's got quite a bit of brown sugar in the one that I make, which is the best in the world, incidentally. But
Fluffy got it right. Yeah, Fluffy got it right. Sweet Baby Ray's. Yeah, there you go.
Sweet Baby Ray's not bad stuff.
No.
If you're going to take it out of a jar, it's handy, and you can find it on sale pretty inexpensive. So as backup, I've usually got 2-3 jars of Sweet Baby Ray's on the shelf. I prefer to make my own.
Yeah.
See,
but then you got to make it.
Me and Fluffy were brothers. I knew me and Fluffy and Duffer were brothers. I knew Fluffy was my brother just for the name Fluffy. I mean,
all right.
Yeah, I like my barbecues.
He's going to do the Hillbilly Beer Bowling tomorrow. It's awesome, guys. If you do, so I mean to cut you off, guy, but if you guys do this, just tag me in it and use that hashtag or whatever, because man, I'd love to see it. It's a lot of fun, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I got a video out on it, and it's a lot of fun. So go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
I saw the Hillbilly Bowling video. You're trying to do like a split thing. You hit one and knock it straight to the left or to the right.
Yeah.
Take out the
Yeah,
other.
you try to
Yeah,
shoot
that
on
was.
the side so it goes the other direction and knocks down the other cans. So
Yeah, that was a fun video.
it's something that we kind of always just played, and we was shooting, 3 or 4 or 5 of us, whatever, got together. After everybody just kind of got through shooting or whatever, we, take a break or whatever, and we'd set up some cans and grab 122. It didn't matter whose 22 it was, because that was always the cheapest to shoot. And then we'd all just use the same gun. So sometimes it's just open sights. Sometimes it might have a scope on it. It just really didn't matter. It's just fun, so.
Well, that's the most fun kind of shooting, kind you come up with
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
Dale's going night. Good night, buddy. Appreciate
Hi,
you.
Dale.
Trying to catch everybody's deals here. So Ron says this Sunday, range day, be his first shots. Says as smooth as a puppy. So
Nice.
that sure looked like a really nice gun.
Michael's got a question. I can answer this one.
I
can answer.
Jump right on there, buddy.
He said, smoked or grilled fish? Well, I got to tell you, it depends on what I'm eating. If it's sushi, I want it raw. Smoked or grilled? I prefer grilled, in all honesty. I really do. I prefer grilled or baked, usually is what I'll do. And the breading I use for any fillets and stuff like that for fish and stuff is something I just make myself, something I just throw together from scratch. Which now that I think about it, everybody's been asking me for a good cooking with Bubba video again. I guess I could do one on fish and stuff. So go out there and catch me a couple crappie, a couple largemouth bass, and bring them in, fillet them real quick, and then guess I'll do a video on that. Which with all my videos, if anybody doesn't know this, like any of the cooking videos that I do, which I've only got 2 right now, I got a couple more in the works that I'm going to be doing. Any of the Bubba recipe sauces and stuff that I use, if anybody wants the recipe for that, just ask in the comment section. I will always write back what I use and stuff. Give you guys a chance to try it out. But yeah, grilled fish. Grilled fish. It depends on the fish too. Like if it's something with a lot of body in it, and by a lot of body I mean like swordfish, stuff like that. Swordfish, tuna. If you happen to get like tuna steaks or something like that, or salmon, slabs of salmon, stuff like that, usually going to go grilled. I don't really like to smoke salmon. One, because it makes the entire neighborhood smell terrible. I get a lot of complaints whenever I did that. So we don't do smoke too much.
Yeah, it all depends on the fish for us. I mean, we're down in the Keys or somewhere, you get some nice fresh fish, like some bull dolphin. We grill that. Around here, if it's, catfish, a lot of times, we bread and fry that. So,
Catfish are born to be fried.
Yeah, you can't do nothing with catfish except fried. I'm sorry. There's no other way to use it.
So this is an easy one. This is easy here, barbecue. One of every high point made in each caliber or one Glock. I'd definitely take the high points. I mean, nothing against Glock, but I just love high points.
Everything against Glock, I want the high points more. And I don't like high points either.
That does sound good there. Smoke channel over Conwood. Michael says he likes alligator tacos.
I haven't had alligator yet. That's another thing I need to try. Alligator
I've
and
never had it
coyote.
either.
Alligator and
You got
coyote.
to-
I'm going to eat.
I'd eat alligator long before I'd eat a coyote.
You got an Outbacks anywhere handy. You can get alligator there.
Oh yeah.
Heinz 57 or A1. Well, this one's
A1.
easy for me. I'd say neither. I eat Country Bob's. It's kind of a southern local deal here. You can get like everywhere. You can buy it on Amazon. But some of my friends in the Northeast, I've sent them some Country Bob's off Amazon, and they absolutely flipped over it. They're like, that's the only sauce we'll use from now on. But, so, what do you guys think? A1 or Heinz 57? A1.
A1.
I kind of like them both, but I won't ruin a good steak with either one of those. I might put a little bit of salsa on it, cantina style salsa, but I won't put either one of those on a steak.
The only
I might
reason,
on a pork chop, but
the only reason to
all
put that junk on your steak is if it's inedible to start with.
yeah.
Exactly.
I usually
Yeah.
don't put any sauce on steaks.
Cover up
Especially
somebody that burnt the damn steak to start with, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Like especially pork steaks, I will never put anything on a pork steak ever. 'Cause one, it's one of the few pork products that I actually like to eat. Because I don't like pork chops. I really don't. I don't know what it is.
Michael Dunn, I'm with you there. A1 is pretty good on a burger, especially if you got some good onions to go on there with it. That combination is, I can buy it into that all day long. Some good grilled onions and a little bit of A1 on a burger. That's good stuff right there.
If you guys can get Country Bob's, try that on your burger or your pork chop or whatever.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm with you, Walter. A good steak, if it's cooked right and it's a good steak, it don't need nothing on it. I remember we had exchange students. This one boy, he's from Africa, and we'd found some really nice, like KC strips or something. I can't remember, but they were nice steaks on sale. Man, I grilled them and everything. We sat down at the table. First thing he did is picked up a bottle of ketchup. I'm like, don't you dare put that ketchup on that steak until you try it first. And he tried it, and he's like, oh, my gosh. Yeah, so, like, he was so glad he didn't put ketchup on it. But,
Ketchup has its place, but it doesn't belong on a steak either. Or a hot dog. You don't put ketchup on a hot dog either.
I like putting salsa on a hot dog.
Yeah.
I don't know what, like Rotel. I'll open up a can of Rotel if I got hot dogs out there. It's either Rotel or I take an old can of chili beans and throw it on there.
If it's a hot dog, it should have mustard on it. Period.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, like when we go to the local fair or whatever, you get one of those hot dogs that's like a foot long or a corn dog, and then they just had like the paintbrush and the mustard or whatever, and they just paint the mustard on it,
Yeah.
I had at my work they do like random parties and stuff like that, right? And I actually made one guy very, very uncomfortable. He put a hot dog on my plate, and he proceeded to, because he was the only one allowed to touch the condiments. I don't know why they do that. Only one person is allowed to touch the condiments, right? So you can't just put it on yourself. And he put mustard on my hot dog, and he put relish, and he put some onions on it. And then he went to grab the ketchup. I said, if that ketchup even looks at my hot dog, I'm going to jump over the table and strangle you. And the guy looked at me, and I was serious. I was like, don't even let that bottle look at this hot dog.
Yeah. Now Vanessa Kitty brings up something. Was local restaurant. It's kind of a nice restaurant. They have like prime rib and all that. But then if you just go to like after the restaurant closes, if you just go to their lounge area, um, they have prime rib sandwiches. And man, horseradish is so good on those prime
Yep.
rib sandwiches. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah. Horseradish goes with prime rib, there's no doubt.
Yeah, Dad used to put horseradish on his roast beef, and it's
There
pretty
was-
good.
There was a short that I saw of this guy. He's in New York. He's visiting New York because his relatives live there, right? And he goes up to this hot dog stand, right? And the guy's just like, yeah, just load everything on top of the hot dog or whatever. He goes to hand it back. He goes, you forgot the ketchup. He goes, whoa, I don't know what kind of business you think I run here, but we don't put ketchup on that, all right? We don't put ketchup on that. He's just like, no, I want ketchup on my hot dog. He goes, I'm not putting ketchup on your hot dog. I said, he goes, you can deal with repercussions yourself. And the guy just looks at him all weird and stuff, right? And so the guy hands him the ketchup bottle. He goes, here, you didn't get this from me. And the guy goes to put ketchup on the hot dog. All of a sudden, cops show up. Like, tackle the guy. And I just started dying laughing.
Well, Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, okay. They sell Arby's sauce now in the grocery stores around here. And I love putting that on a good ground chuck burger. It really tastes good.
Yeah. I love like when we do shrimp or any seafood like that. It's like some of the horseradish. It's like some German name or some foreign name. It is really good horseradish. And so, I mean, most everybody probably knows this, but when you have seafood or something like that, you're going to have at home, you're going to make, just get you some good horseradish and then put some of that in on a plate or bowl or whatever, and just start adding ketchup to it and stirring it, because that makes the best
Cocktail sauce. Yeah.
cocktail sauce. And you can make it as hot as you want or mild. And so, oh man, it's just amazing. Down there in Florida and different places like that, there's restaurants that they didn't have cocktail sauce. There was just they brought horseradish and ketchup and then little bowls, and you mixed your own. And it's so good.
Oh yeah! But before I forget, anybody here had yum yum sauce before?
Yum yum, yeah.
What is it?
So it's predominantly used on like deep fried sushi and stuff like that.
Asian.
Yeah, Asian.
Is it real spicy? Like
it's not real
like
spicy.
a wasabi?
You can make it
sesame.
spicy.
Yeah, it's got a lot of sesame flavor to it, usually.
Oh yeah, I have had that. Okay.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to know the recipe to make that yourself, I know it. I used to make big batches of it and stuff like that because my aunt is absolutely infatuated with it. So if I ever actually rolled sushi or something like that, or made any kind of rice dish, she always wants yum yum sauce with stuff. So I got tired of buying the stuff. I was like, well, I'll just make it myself. She goes, you can't make this stuff. They don't have the recipe out there. I was like, I know a guy. So I got a couple Japanese friends, and I asked him, I said, hey, you know how to make the yum yum sauce? And he's like, yeah. No, I'm good. I got you, bro. So he gave me two recipes. He gave me one for spicy, and he gave me one for the regular. And I asked my aunt which one she wanted. I gave her the regular first, and she goes, well, let me try the spicy. She goes, ah! So, it works. It works,
Well, with all fairness, we're not being very fair to Michael Dunn. Poor guy has to eat everything through a blender right now. And he's been wanting something solid to eat. And, oh, man, I feel for you, buddy. Yeah, Tabasco, man. Tabasco's pretty dang good on about anything. I love eggs with Tabasco on it.
Yeah. You ever try mule sauce? That stuff that
I've never
Sticker
even heard
Mule
of it.
makes? It's pretty good too.
I've not heard of that. I'll have to find
Yeah.
out.
Look up mule sauce. You can buy it on stickermule.com. You can also buy it on Amazon. But it's
yeah?
kind of a hot sauce with a little bit of a sweet taste to it. I think they put a little bit of molasses or something in there with it. It's pretty good.
I
But
like
me,
Texas
the
Street pretty good.
oh, go ahead. Yeah, Frank's Red Hot's pretty good too.
I like Frank's.
I-
I like everything to do with Frank's. Like
Mhm.
I love their oh my god, what is it called? Buffalo chicken or buffalo hot sauce.
Oh yeah, that's the best for hot wings.
I used to make lasagna, and I made like a buffalo ranch lasagna or whatever, and I that's what I would always use if I made buffalo ranch chicken anything. It was with Frank's. Everything is done with Frank's. Hot sauce is done with Frank's and stuff. I don't like Tabasco because it's pretty much just vinegar. It is vinegar and like one pepper seed. It's like, whoo, man, that Tabasco sauce was hot. You are a pansy.
Well, here's a question. Since you talked about ranch, what's your favorite ranch? Hidden Valley or something else?
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Hidden Valley, but I also like Ken's. Ken's Ranch is pretty good. I can actually make my own ranch, so like I do that on occasion sometimes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But
You gotta live on a
Hidden Valley's
ranch to
usually
make
my
it.
go-to.
Do you? Wow, I'm out then.
Well, I love eggnog, but I've never had duck eggnog, Vanessa.
Duck eggnog.
Now I like the buttermilk ranch, but as far as buttermilk goes, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's
if I'm
buttermilk. Hidden Valley is probably my favorite that I've had.
See, I'm a weird individual. So like if I have like fried chicken strips, like like a kid's meal, kind of like tenders type deal or whatever, because I don't really like bone chicken too much. So I usually get stuff that's boneless. But if I have like just regular breaded chicken and stuff like that, if I'm going to dip it in anything, I usually take ranch, right? And then I put mustard in it. And I mix those two things up. And it gives the ranch kind of a kick to it. So you get the kick of the mustard or whatever, like a deep brown spicy mustard or something like that. Mix it with the ranch. Takes a little bit of the heat out, so you're not burning the back of your nose. And it just tastes good to me. I don't know why. I'm a weird individual. All right, I think everybody knows that I'm a weird individual.
Now I'm with Vanessa Kitty out there. I would, if you give me hot wings, I would rather have blue cheese dressing than I would ranch.
Yeah. Yeah, with hot wings, I like blue cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I have a daughter. She puts ranch on her pizza. She will not eat pizza unless there's Hidden Valley Ranch.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's good.
She's
That's
been like
real
that
good.
forever. I mean, it's good, but yeah, she will pass on it. And if it's ranch, if it's not Hidden Valley, she's like, no, I ain't eating.
My pizza's got to have Parmesan cheese on it. If we don't have Parmesan, I don't want the pizza. It's got to have Parmesan on it.
But Walter's got to go, guys.
Yep, I'm heading out, folks.
All right, sir, I missed that.
Night.
Walter, man, thanks for being here. I appreciate you, buddy. What'd you tell us about thing coming up? And guys, you're watching a rewind or out there in the side chat. Walter's channel is awesome. I mean, you need to go over and subscribe, but make sure, like on his Moldy Mondays, you jump over to Rumble and watch this process. Because I mean, you can't see it on YouTube, but you can over there. And I mean, I just enjoy it every time. I mean, it's like I just really enjoy you doing that.
Well, thank you so much, Bubba. I appreciate that, and it's always a lot of fun here on Saturday nights. I think that's why everyone's sticked around so long on the side chat and puts up with us, because it's just a lot of fun. But so we got Moldy Monday coming up again this Monday, and we got the other series that's a Rumble only series called Free the Few, because I got a whole bunch of little jars of leftover cast bullets that have been languishing on the shelves with nothing to do. So I'm focusing that series more on the reloading part and just kind of using different gear every time. So those are coming out on Fridays. And I got a couple new guns to do reviews on after I get them shot a little bit more. I got that new Kimber 10 millimeter 1911. And so we got some storytelling to do with that. And today I just bought a Ruger precision rifle and 17 HMR that I'll have in the house in 10 days after the mandatory waiting period in California. So we'll be doing some video with those guys too before much longer. So that's it coming up for me. Again, appreciate being here, folks. It's good to see everybody, all our friends over there in the side chat. And we'll see you next week, hopefully Friday night with both Gizzard Gary and the Georgia Shooting Connection on Friday nights, and Hillbilly Nation again next Saturday night. So see you all soon. Happy trails, folks. Thanks for playing along.
All right, Walter. Thank you, buddy. You have a good evening. So, Bubba, would you like to eat at Boom's house?
I'd be fine with it. I don't know if Boom would let me use his bathroom, but
after buttermilk and cheddar cheese, you might not be able
I ran 3 people out of the bathroom this week at work. and one of them was the Muslim guys, and the Muslim guys have to fill up these little bitty water jugs, right, in order to clean themselves because they're not allowed to touch themselves or whatever. So in order to clean themselves, they fill up these little bitty water jugs or whatever. And I had one, and I'm going to town in the bathroom, man. I mean, I'm just like, there's no holds bars. There's sound echoing all throughout this bathroom. And this Muslim guy walks in, and he starts to fill up the jug, and then I hear him go, "Oh hell no, I'm out of here!" And he left. He left the bathroom, and I did that to 2 other people on 2 different separate days after that, and I was just like, man. If I knew that's all I had to do to get people out of the bathroom so I could do bathroom checks, I'd do it every day. Every day. One guy ran. One guy ran out of the bathroom. And I was told.
I think his chat just went off the rails.
Well, so did the pipes in that toilet. But I mean, this, and the only reason why I know the guy ran out of there is because I heard somebody say, "Hey, no running."
You don't understand. I got to get out of here for a night.
You don't understand. I wish I could have heard the guys. No, you go in that bathroom. You tell me you wouldn't run. I would have loved to have heard that. I would have loved to have heard that.
Yeah. Bubba has no courtesy.
Courtesy flush, man. Come on.
I think courtesy flush. They're the electric flushers. They ain't got one of them buttons on the side where you can like push it in and flush. It ain't one of them. I had to like stand up, and I was mid dump, man. I can't do that.
Well, Rick says, "Well, you can stock a match."
Matches are illegal in the building. I'm not even kidding. There is a lot of stuff illegal in that building. One of them is WD-40, and I cannot figure out why.
Oh yeah.
They will not allow them to use WD-40 in there. Like even the mechanics and stuff, you're not allowed to use WD-40.
If you don't have a match or a lighter, you can't make a WD-40 a flamethrower. So I don't know why.
Your guess is as good as mine. I ain't figured it out.
Ron Wayne says Bubba's on the EPA's watch list.
I thought one day. So one day I had a chicken burrito because there's a taco truck that comes by, and first of all, taco trucks are the best way to eat any Hispanic food, especially if it's all Hispanic people making the food. That is how you eat actual Hispanic food. That is not going to a restaurant or anything like that. Actual Hispanic food is served off the back of a truck. I'm sorry. One, they cook it in full, so you know it's legit. So I had a chicken burrito from them, and then I had like sushi before I came in, and I also had like a little bowl of like chili. So I had a gas attack, and I started thinking that day that I started to need to take Beano, that defarts the food.
Yeah,
now, that's a medical term. I'm not getting fresh. All right, you ask anybody in the medical field, it's like, nurse, bring me the defarter. I had bad gas so bad one day I thought they was going to call hazmat in. Like I was legitimately worried. Like this isn't a joke. I was worried they was going to think that there was like some kind of gas leak inside of the building. I was legitimately worried because you know
You
that
don't
smell
need vino.
Yeah, that
You
yeah.
need a cork.
You know, because you know the propane had the same smell as what I was eking out, and I was just like, man, they're gonna think there's a propane leak in here, and I'm gonna have to deal with hazmat chasing me down.
Boomstick says you can't take WD-40. How about PB Blaster? And if you have WD-40 instead of PB Blaster, you're messing up already, fellas.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they have to have like a special
one of the best,
like green company horse crap for that thing, and it's just like that. It doesn't grease anything. It doesn't oil anything. So I don't know. But they make these burritos. Yeah, they make these burritos in this taco truck, right? And they're like this big, like they're huge, and they're about that big around. These are my hands we're talking about. They're that big around. I can't grip all the way around these burritos. Is what I'm saying. All right, if I can't grip around them,
yeah. There was a restaurant, Mexican restaurant here for quite a long time, but they had I think it's a 5-pound burrito, and they call it the gut bomb. That's what it's called on the menu.
I'll take that challenge. I'll eat 2 of them and watch them look in horror. It's like, oh God, what's this guy going to do to our bathroom?
Yeah,
I'll stop with the butt stuff.
You're over gassing the Glocks. That's why you don't
like it. It's probably accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, that PB Blaster, like you literally can take a rusted bolt and spray, like it's got threads on it, spray the bottom of it, and you'll see that stuff climb the threads upwards, and that stuff's pretty good stuff. No doubt about that.
Speaking of, I went to a Subway once, right? This is when I was working tire recycling with my brother.
Not, buddy.
Me and my cousin decided to stop by Subway, right? And we go in there, and I always get like a tomato basil wrap or something like that because at the time I was trying not to eat as much bread, so I'd get one of them little wrap things, right? So I like ordered what I usually order, like sweet and sour chicken, and they go to cart through. I said, put that on it, put everything on it except for black olives. And the poor girl, when she got to the end, she tried her hardest to roll that. I mean, it was just like this gigantic, massive pile on this little bitty basil wrap, and she's trying real hard to fold it. Like, and she finally gets it over. Everybody starts cheering, right? Everybody in the restaurant starts cheering that she got this roll to finally wrap over. And I was like, yeah, hey, good job, girl. And she looks at me and she goes, all right, so you want me to cut this in half? I said, no. She said, well, sir, it's awfully large. I said, don't worry, I'll unhinge my jaw like a snake and eat it. And everybody in the restaurant started laughing. I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I went to get the sandwich. I took it out and I went, and they went, oh! I said, I was serious. My jaw popped really loud whenever I did it too, so it made it like even more funnier.
Oh boy,
wasn't kidding.
Well, we probably ought to work our way on out of here, guys. Man, it's been a lot of fun tonight. I really enjoyed this. I've had a good time. So, when we go around the panel here and plug whatever you got coming up, we'll start with you, Grudge Guy, and work around.
Well, I got to tell you, as always, tonight's chat was very enjoyable. It was good to see y'all. It's good to see everybody over in the side chat. Like I said before, I'm mostly going to be working on update videos. And other than that, I got to be honest, there's really no new firearms out there that's caught my attention. So I'm going to be doing the update videos, and people want to know how firearms done after so many rounds, or after a year or two. Just keep them updated, that kind of thing. But thank you for having me, Bubba, Gary, and everybody else that was here. I enjoyed your company. It's always fun.
Oh man, it's great having you on here, buddy. I appreciate you coming on. Guys, if you haven't went to Garage Guy 879, go over and check out his channel. Great channel. Subscribe. You got some great stuff over there as always. And I appreciate that TV in the background all night. It's been remind me of that movie. What was the 80s movie? Where the little girl's in front of the TV or whatever. Huh?
Poltergeist.
Yeah, Poltergeist.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Oh no, you're fine. I think it's cool looking. I think it looks cool back there.
Oh, let me say this: this other little bright light over here.
Yeah.
I like candles. I got some female friends that come see me once in a while, and they like it. And I thought I would try sandalwood. Well, now my house smells like sawdust.
Oh yeah.
God. Yeah, tomorrow that candle's out of here.
Well, evidently that run the cricket out, or is he just asleep?
Carl, he's out there on the carport still yet.
Named Carl.
Yeah.
Carl the cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few nights he's just hanging in there, man, enjoying the show.
Yeah.
He's trying to get a word in. Anyway, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much for being on. And Gary, what you got coming up, buddy?
Well, it's at Foul Territory on Friday nights on my channel. It's at 9 p.m. Central. Love to have everybody there. I did a review video on a new knife from Civivi this past week. It was the Elementum with a new material for the scales. It's called Ultim, which is kind of a see-through type of resin, almost a plasticky resin, evidently used in the aircraft industry quite a bit. So very interesting looking stuff. So check that out if you haven't already. If you have, thank you. I have to try to have some more reviews done and stuff next week. And as always, thanks for having me. Man, if you can't have fun in Hillbilly's show, there's something wrong with you, folks.
Well, thank you, but that's only because of the awesome panel and the side chat, man. That's what makes this show. I mean, well, thank you so much, Gary, for being on. You guys go and check out Gary's channel. It's awesome. Subscribe. Great stuff on there, and you never want to miss a Friday night Gizzard Gary Foul Territory, and it's always a blast. And so, anyway, thank you very much, buddy, for being on. So, Bubba, what you got coming up?
So I was out at the range today. I did three different guns for the fly swatter challenge. So we got a couple of those videos coming out. They're going to come out every week. That's what I'm planning on doing. I did one as a joke. I didn't think I would hit anything, and my gosh, did I hit something? It threw me off. But it was one of them was with a pistol instead of a rifle. So I decided they didn't have any rules for pistols. So I was just like, well, I'll make my own rules for the pistol.
There you go.
That's how that went. And but yeah, I got those coming out. Of course, we got Wednesday mornings. Got the Good, the Bad, and the Bubba. It's going to be number 7. I can't believe I'm almost on 7 weeks.
That's awesome.
And a bunch of other stuff. As always, guys, support everybody else on the panel over me. Everybody else deserves it far more than I do. Definitely go check out Rob over at Hamilton Outdoors. Check him out. Check out Boomsticks Revenge. A lot of great channels out there. Firearms Addict. Mark Thomas, we've already mentioned him, but definitely check out Mark. If you want to see good leather working, definitely go see Mark's channel. Other than that, guys, stay safe, stay armed, stay two-way strong. Have a fantastic day, fantastic week. Keep getting at it.
All right. Well, Bubba, thank you so much for being on. I always appreciate you, buddy. And guys, go check out Bubba's channel. Go there, subscribe. He doing a live, like I said, there every Wednesday morning, and I think it's 10 o'clock Central, I believe is what it is. You said, yeah. And it's a lot of fun, and it's called The Good, the Bad, and the Bubba. So anyway, check that out. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad you do that, buddy. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, appreciate it. And the side chat, guys, man, there's so many people in the side chat that has great channels. I mean, awesome channels. And so you see them on here, go check out their channels and support them and subscribe to their channels. I mean, you won't be disappointed. A lot of great stuff out there. And I just want to thank you all so much for, being here tonight. And I want to thank people, the members that's become members of my channel, Hillbilly Nation, the VIPs. We're going to start doing, we've had a couple now, but there's doing a live chat on Tuesday nights. That's just for the members. And it's an open chat. It's a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun this last the 2 times that we've done it already. So looking forward to that also. I got a lot of videos coming out. If you haven't checked out the Hillbilly Beer Bowling Challenge, it's not really a challenge. It's a fun game that we've done for a long, long time. And so, check it out, try it by yourself, or if you have some friends or whatever. It's a lot of fun to do. Got some videos coming up. Actually working on some Halloween videos, and more than likely, I know Halloween falls like on a Tuesday or something this year, but more than likely we're going to do a Halloween show. So, keep an eye out for that. Just something to do. We'll just have fun. And anyway, I appreciate you all very much. I love each and every one of you. And I just want to leave you guys with this. Remember, God, family, and country. And make somebody's day better. It's easy to do. You don't know what that person's going through that day, so make their day better. You guys make my day better. You honestly do. And if the good Lord's willing and the creeks don't rise, we'll be seeing you again, Hillbilly Nation. I love you. Everybody say goodbye.